Hello everybody and welcome back to Odin's movie blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well, and today we're going to be talking about an article from Deadline which reports that there's going to be a brand new Transformers movie coming out in 2022, and apparently according to rumors it will be based off of Beast Wars, which is a series that I used to watch when I was a kid. I was actually I enjoyed it for the most part. I wouldn't say I was a mega fan. I don't really remember any character names, but I remember watching it on occasion. And I had no idea that it was actually officially attached to the Transformers universe. I was on a stream the other day, and some people in the chat explained to me that originally it was not meant to be directly connected, but because of popularity and also because so many people were already making those connections, they decided to make it a part of the official canon. Now, whether or not that's true or not, I have no idea because, as I said, I'm not really a huge Transformers guy in the first place. All I can say is that I have not been a huge fan of the Michael Bay Transformers movies, and I was not a fan of the Bumblebee Transformers movie either. I thought that movie was completely terribly written. And seeing that it's the same person that ended up to write Birds of Prey, I think that I am pretty much justified in that. And go ahead and just look to her history of writing. And I think that if you were to rewatch that film again, yes, you could argue that they have some of the best designs for Transformers, that they're the most true to the original concept art from the cartoon, from the comics, etc. However, I would say if you were to actually pay attention more so to the story and the writing, that you would realize, yeah, you know what, it doesn't really hold up nearly as much. But that is not going to stop Paramount from making a movie, even though Bumblebee was not a huge box office success. You know, when you compare it to the Michael Bay movies, the Michael Bay films almost always made profit to an insane degree. I still have no idea why so many people went to go see those total trash garbage films, and it actually ended up leading to Bumblebee being in a position where it did not make much money at all because of, I think, the just bad press that so many Transformers movies had for a long time. And even though I think Bumblebee is not a very well-written film, I will argue that it is better than a lot of the Michael Bay films that had come out previously, again, writing aside from the character design and not being so obsessed with explosions and just complete utter nonsense like he normally does in his films. Bumblebee, on the other hand, was at the very least able to take the characters and able to take the story in a very different direction. And so, obviously, I think their mindset was, oh, we're going to try and make a new series based off these characters. But because the box office really wasn't there, we haven't really heard a whole lot coming from that scene. But we now do have a new Transformers project. So it seems that they're kind of moving past beyond the Bumblebee franchise that never really came to be, and now going into a different direction with apparently Beast Wars. So let's dive into this article from Deadline, talking more information. And the reason why I'm talking about it is not being a huge fan of Transformers, because I know there's people that watch the channel that are huge fans of Transformers, and so this might actually be somewhat of interest to you. So Paramount has given a date for a new live-action Transformers movie on June 24th, 2022. So about 2 years away, we have a film coming out the summer of 2022. So it's probably going to be a good position for this film because Bumblebee, for the most part, was positively viewed, both by fans and also by critics as well. And I think that you're going to see that, basically transfer over to the next Transformers film, no matter what it is, because you had such bad films for so long, driving down the box office every single time it came out, because people realized, oh man, this really isn't that good, which led to Bumblebee just being in this weird position. But because Bumblebee was good, I think that it's going to lead to whatever the next project is, especially if the trailers and marketing for it is good, could potentially lead to some pretty interesting things. The studio is in development on two different projects, one by murder mystery scribe James Vanderbilt and the other by John Wick Chapter 3 EP and Army of Dead scribe Joby Harold. The Vanderbilt project, from what we've heard, is based on Transformers spin-off Beast Wars, which are robots that transform into robotic animals like Cheetor, Optimus Primal, Rhinox, and more. The other is reportedly in the Bumblebee universe. It's not defined yet which one. It's not defined yet? Wait, what? That doesn't even make it definite yet. It's not definite yet which one will make it to production. Separately, the studio has tweaked its platform release of Aaron Sorkin's The Trial of the Chicago 7. Pick is still opening limited on September 25th, so there's some more deals. So it looks like there is going to be. So as I always say, I always look at the articles, I look at the headlines, and I say, okay, I think I could talk about this a little bit, and it seems that there is going to be a Bumblebee film. However, what is interesting is the fact that not one of these people, Joby Harold or James Vanderbilt, is the woman that wrote the first Bumblebee film. And so that, to me, I think is a good move on their part, because that film was terribly written. And I really hope that all the projects that woman has going forward, which would include, I think, the Flash film and a couple other DC properties, I hope those go away because I think that she's proven herself to not be a very competent writer. With all that being said, though, it looks like we are going to get a film that's reportedly, so again, still rumors, in a Bumblebee set universe, and of course another one in Beast Wars. Now, it sounds like there is not specific about which one's going into production, and therefore it doesn't look like we know which one is going to be coming out in 2022. If I had to make my best guess, I would say that it would probably be the Beast Wars one, only because I think if they wanted to take Transformers in a new direction, they're probably going to look at Bumblebee and say, even though it was more positively rated and it might have done well on DVD and Blu-ray, it obviously was not able to bring in a lot of hardcore fans to go see the film over and over again, or to bring in new fans either. What might be able to reach out to new fans, especially younger audiences, is a film based off of animals, and robotic animals at that, in the Beast Wars universe. And I think that that would be a better bet for them. If it was me, if I was the one making the decision, I would say, yeah, let's go with Beast Wars, because if Beast Wars is successful, that literally has its own universe that we can then build into a franchise. Now, I don't like that. I think that there's way too many giant franchises out there nowadays, but if either one of these was going to be a franchise, I can tell you I would much rather have a Beast Wars set universe, because that would at least pique my interest, having watched Beast Wars when I was a kid, rather so than a sequel to Bumblebee, which I personally was not a huge fan of in the first place. But what are your thoughts about this? Are you excited for a new Transformers film coming out in 2022? And out of those two films, either one set in the Bumblebee universe or one set in the Beast Wars universe, which one would you rather have? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, smash that like button, hit that subscribe. It helps out a lot. You are all amazing and beautiful people. Have a wonderful day. And as always, God bless. And now a huge shout out to my May Patreon and Subscribe Star members: Albertus Magnus, Animation Commentator Brian P, Dion, Divex, Enrique Evangelista, Father Christopher Miller, hail to you, Father, Frank the Tank and the Shawhan Weeder Dog Clan, Harold Francis, the Hunker Chunker Funker Monkey, Inflame Wood, It's a Trap Productions, Jason Clark, Jeffrey Toon, Kenneth Camiel, Lady T, Laura Story, Mad Mitch Dunaway, Mike Jackson, Mr. Peabody and his evil twin with the beautiful hair, Orange Hat Reviews, Outpost Dyer, Out of Step with Reality, Riff Magos, Rosetta Allen, Steve Glasker, Teresa Martin, Theodore Bendon, Tina Bojan, The DJD Show, and Tina B. Thank you all for being my Patreon members, and a shout out to my Subscribe Star peeps: John B, Perpetual Punster, Robert Revo, Mr. Roy, Glinzer, G2 Cool 99, Darkstar 57, J. Alex McCarthy Jr., US 888209 Fast, Dean Heiss, Harold Francis, J. Rod the Beer Guru, Nebadon G. Adams, and ZK Man. I'm going to leave that pause there just in case anyone decides to join for the month of May, because you can indeed join on Patreon or Subscribe Star at any time this month to be eligible for any of the perks. They include access to an exclusive podcast that I do with John, the Flick Pick of John Flickinger's fame, so make sure you go ahead and check that out at the $10 and up level. Also, if you Subscribe Star or Patreon at $5 or up, you have access to exclusive giveaways of 4K movies, digital films, and a bunch of other stuff in between as well. And if anything, you could at least give anything that you really want to help support the channel, and it would really help me out a lot. Keeps the lights on, makes me able to continue to do this kind of stuff. So anything you possibly give, check out some more information in the description of the Patreon, Subscribe Star, and of course YouTube membership links as well. You guys are all amazing and beautiful people. Have a wonderful day, and as always, God bless.